Alright, today we'll be talking about visualizing. This book is a great read. I have done this in the past and I'm going to do it again, but in a chapter way. I think that this book is a great read to reread over and over, to be able to, if your life it's not going the way that you want it to, or if your life is derailed, you feel like you are off course, you feel like that your life doesn't matter, like you don't have a, because I was reading yesterday, I was reading a great book and it was on Asgard Records, right? And it was talking also about purpose, but I have to go back on that one because that was great. And I think that the moment that you realize that you're on course or you're on purpose, you get this feeling of you're fulfilled, right? Isn't like you trapped in working or doing something that you hate. You're not fulfilled in that type of area. And if it doesn't make you happy, why do it? Why people go into it in the first place? I get that they do it out of to survive, but you're not here just to survive. You're here to expand who you really can become. And before I actually talk about the visualization, I'm actually thankful for all the people who have come into my life. And before I do the book and talk, I would like to express my gratitude toward them. People of, my friend Wade, the author of Wave Factor, Carrie Ann Ingram, Kate, what was it? Bob Dewey, Renee Moudre, John Laughlin, and all the people who I interview that I'm grateful for. And also, I would like to express that without them, that I couldn't become who I am today, and they make it possible for my vision to come true. I'm grateful for my best friend. He helped me through doing the interview process. I'm grateful for Michael Lozier, the best-selling author of Law of Attraction. I'm grateful for Pan Groth. These amazing people have helped me through my dark time, my toughest days. Because most of the goals that I try to achieve isn't what the average trying to achieve. My goal is much more bigger. Now we aren't all the same, right? My vision is to be able to inspire, to uplift, to be able to tell you that it can achieve, not even if it look impossible. I mean, the way that I look at my goal, right? It's impossible to achieve. Like, who am I to interview this type of person? What type of thinking that I must go into? But all these people who I admire, who not just, here's the thing, I don't just do interview with best-selling author. I also give people chances, whether, and also they're an expert too. They don't know everything. The day that you think you know everything is, you're stuck. And you don't grow. I think that we're all here to grow and to do our best. I know that when you guys watching me talking, I know that you're learning and you're watching me do interview and you're learning the growth that I have to go through, the challenges. I do have challenges in my life, and I'm not gonna lie about it. I do have fear. I think that too many people put off fear, telling oh, I don't have fear, but you do. I mean, otherwise, if you don't have fear, you would have done your dreams anyway. I think that the day that you stop letting fear control your life, you'll be able to maneuver, direct, and navigate your life to a greater degree. And so I interview Renee Mudra, which an amazing, intelligent woman that I never seen the gift, and I'm grateful for that she be able to help me share my message to a teacher who's going to become a special education teacher, because I want to impact special education, because I was a special ed kid. I didn't understand that I could be able to release my potential. So many of you, so many of us haven't given a manual to release our potential. We can become geniuses. It's that nobody tell us that. And so I screenshot this and I asked her, because I wanted to talk about vision board. I don't do because I watch The Secret, and I remember I was frustrated with trying to do vision board, but I do different things like writing down goals, a script, stories, visualization. I imagine myself already achieving that with feeling, and kind of like also Tony Robbins. I do Tony Robbins stuff, you know. And then I comment down and said, too bad we didn't have enough time. I actually wanted to talk about vision board and how you use it. It was so fun. It was so fun interviewing you. It was an amazing experience. She said we can chat. Here we go. We can always chat about the vision board. I do something slightly different with embracing fear, using it within the board, and I think it's make a great difference. Really, I said, really. I never thought about that before. Embracing fear. Why embrace fear when you're doing vision board? Even I don't do vision board. A while back, I used picture of the company I want to work for. Or I stopped this every morning. Genesis personal transformation, because you can't have the light without the shadow. You must face your ego shadow side to truly integrate all of your true self when calling in abundance. Picturing picturing posting a material item isn't enough. You need to include feeling and emotion about your experience with those items. Once you take this step through journaling, you can then shift into true attention. So the reason I asked her, because I want to see her perspective. And sometimes when we learn about the law of attraction, or sometimes when we read law of attraction, and sometimes when we experience it, we tend to forget these things, and I do too. So it can, and that's why when I learn to interview authors and experts, I learn to keep quiet. But I also put my stories, interpretation, and my knowledge into it, so people can see the potential that they can become more, they can grow. And that's why I think that most of the time people, if I don't ask question, I wouldn't be able to help you, guide you, or to be able to see different perspective from different people instead of me all the time. I think that will be helpful. So here we go. Chapter: Visualizing your goals continually. Cherish your vision and your dreams as they are the child of your soul, the blueprint of your ultimate achievement. You possess and have ability to virtually unlimited mental powers. Many people are unaware of these powers and fail to use them for goal attainment. That is why their results are average. When you begin to tap into and unleash the power of your subconscious and superconscious mind, you will often achieve more in a year or two than most people achieve in a lifetime. You will start moving rapidly toward your goals than you can currently imagine. Your most powerful faculty, your ability to visualize, is perhaps the most powerful faculty that you possess. All improvement in your life begins with improvement in your mental pictures. You are where you are and what you are today largely because of your mental pictures that you held into your conscious mind at the present time. As you change your mental pictures on the inside, your world on the outside will begin to change, correspond to those pictures. Visualization activates the law of attraction, which draws into your life the people, circumstances, the resources that you need to achieve your goals. Visualization also activates the law of correspondence, which say, as within, so without. As you change your mental picture on the inside, your world on the outside, like a mirror, begin to change. It says you become what you think about most of the time. You become what you visualize most of the time. Wayne Dyer said, you will see it when you believe it. Jim Cathcart said, the person you see is the person you will be. Dennis Whaley said that your mental image are your previous of your life coming attraction. Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than facts. And Napoleon Bonaparte said, imagine rules the world. Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. As it happened, you are always visualizing something, one way or another. Every time you think of someone or something, remember a past event, imagine an upcoming event, or even daydream your visualization. It's essential that you learn to manage and control this visualization capacity of your mind and focus like a laser beam in the direction achieving the goals that are most important to you. Successful people are those who visualize the kind of success that they want to enjoy in advance. Prior to every new experience that successful people visualize, previous success experience that's similar to upcoming event. Unsuccessful people, on the other hand, also use visualization, but to their detriment. Unsuccessful people prior to a new event call, reflect upon, and visualize the previous failed experience. They think about the last time they failed or did poorly in this area, and they imagine failing again. As a result, when they go into a new experience, their subconscious mind has been pre-programmed for failure rather than success, and there's more. But a lot of people use imagination wrong, right? Along my journey, as I continue to grow and progress, I notice I start to, even if I get off track, and I'm grateful for my brother. He helped me along through my days that I off course. Sometimes I get off course because of depressions, or not depression. The thing that doesn't go my way. See, here's the thing about dreams, right? People leave their dream on the table. A lot of time people do what make them happy. A lot of time, see, the thing is, I want to create a picture, create a life that is possible, that in my mind it is possible. I have break what I call the shattered glass, the illusion about the world. People believe that it's impossible to achieve your dream. It's impossible to do this. But I realize it is possible if you have distilled knowledge inside your brain. You see, most people would say imagination is great. Yeah, you need imagination. But most people use the imagination wrong. I think that also imagination has to, the way that we use imagination is not just we can create things. Yeah, we can create things out of thin air by using our imagination, but also we use our imagination through our experiences and the past that happened to us, and we create that in that image. And so what happening is we create that in that image, and it control our inner world, which control our vibration or perception. Therefore, we act upon the world around us. And these images are just basically pictures from the past, memories, which play a story. You play the story. Most people say they want to go back to the past, to change the past of what happened. But here's the thing. You are actually time traveling. Yes, that's right. You're time traveling to the future, to the past. See, here's the thing. In this challenge, I challenge you, right? Do you go back to the past most of the time to see your failure? I do too. And sometimes I feel like I failed, and of course I have achieved what I never thought I could achieve that would be interviewing authors and best-selling author or kung fu masters or artists. That would never happen if I stick to what previously have I experienced. See, here's the thing most people don't understand. The thing that you have experienced in the past may not get where you want to go. But if you want to experience new thing, you have to be able to what happened is you don't see the results right away. Most people don't see the results right away. Most of the people think that my whole life I've been studying for 5 years and nothing came out of it. Actually, it came out with something great. The ability to be able to see the world different in a different lens, and to be able to at least to change my brain structure or my brain cells, and to be able to gain something out of it. And here's the thing. Most of our life we are controlled by our past experiences, which color the lens what you do today. And what you do today will affect the future, because today is the most powerful day that you can make, and it's not always you can see that. And the future we can design. See, we travel to the future. We can be present. That's the we can be in the present moment. That's the traveling. Or we can travel to the past. And most of the reason why most people, and the reason why we don't get the results that we want, because we travel to the past so often. We go to a different dimension. We go a different timeline, and we replay that tape. We replay what has been. You know, I do that too, right? I remember back when I was humiliated and make fun of when I was a kid because I couldn't spell this word right. So I played that in my mind. I felt it was hurtful. So I played that. When I read Brian Tracy or Talent's Overrated, I read about how we have a tape of success. We have a memory of success, and I remember I have a couple of memory of success that I had. That's what led me to keep going through the tough time, because the tough time build character, tough time build patience. A lot of people don't have patience. Here's the thing. What I learned from people is this. Most people, whether you're into law of attraction, do not get offended when I say law of attraction need to learn knowledge. Here's the thing. I've seen a lot and I observe a lot on social media and Instagram. Most people brag about, oh, I don't need knowledge. Most people brag about, oh, I just use my intuition. I do use my intuition, but it's not enough to live a good life, or it's not enough to live a great life if you don't have knowledge. Right? And I know that. And I see that. I observe that. But in order to change your life, you must know certain things that most people don't know. A lot of people don't know anything. I thought that if I can walk, I walk out, most of the world, I walk out and I talk to the average person. The average person does not know. Only the one who developed their curiosity to be able to read in their field and to become better, right? They become an expert in their field. Anyway, I would replay the tape of, a long time ago when I was in 6th grade. I remember I was in a computer room with a teacher who was teaching computer how to type. I don't know how to type. I was afraid. I did the Peckham method until I went to boarding school and I learned. I didn't know how to type. I got feared. I got scared. I remember that now, not before I tell you the story, now I can type without looking, because it's rewired in my brain. I have grow a neural structure, neural pathways in my brain to be able to type without looking. See, that's a skill that I didn't have before when I was a skill, but I have now. So that means building skill is learnable, as Brian Tracy said. He's like, skills or business skills or money skills is learnable. And sometimes we are afraid to build those skills. And so I would build those skills. I remember while everybody, I was new in the boarding school, and while everybody, I was in the new dorm, while everybody was hanging out with the friends, playing and talking, socializing, I would be stuck in like the computer room in the dorm, the newer dorm, the dorm for newbies or new people, and I would stay there and type and type and type while people talk. I type while people talk. I practice. And I noticed something. As I focus on getting better, I get good at practicing and typing without looking. And that's the day that I knew that I can succeed in building new skills. Sometimes we rewrite the story in our mind so much of our failure, and it starts to become our habitual way of seeing things, and we feel like we're a loser. But we have to rewrite the story that we can become successful. We can build new skills. In any area of your life, you have a skill, right? Whether it's drawing, knitting, or people have, if you see people who have great skills, they knit, they play piano, you think that they're geniuses, but they actually build skill over time, right? Everything that you have built skill, you have learned it through repetition, even if it's boring. But maybe you learn repetition or you learn it because you need it, or you love it so much that you build it, and it's not boring to you. That's why you see artists, they draw all the time, right? But the thing is, what makes me sad is people who live their whole life through infancy, through adolescence, through adulthood, they never did anything great with their life because they've been told by society, teachers, and look, I'm not against teachers or society. I'm just against the ideas that input in our mind that we can't become great. We're just nothing. We're stupid. All these things that was programmed into our mind saying that we're loser. Just because I didn't go to school, just because I got kicked out of high school, does not mean that I will go nowhere. The reason why most people go nowhere is the choices. Your destiny is you have control over your destiny. You have control over your purpose in life. A lot of people, I was lost. A lot of people who are my age are lost because they have been told that they have to do this certain thing so that they can become successful through their parents' eyes, through society, through a lot of things that they got wrong. But what I'm doing now make me happy, make me see a different way. Like, I never thought that I could be able to interview best-selling author, New York top best-selling author, Kung Fu master who is an expert in the field. Because my passion when I was a kid was to be able to at least to be a Kung Fu master, and my other one was drawing, and I did not know how to see the way, and until I interviewed their expert, great things can happen. We got to reprogram our mind saying great things can happen, great things can happen, right? And we start to see that there's opportunity that we can act upon. See, most people wait for things to happen. You don't want to wait. Here's the thing that people get wrong. It's not about waiting. It's about being patient. You gotta do the things today. Don't do the things. Don't wait for circumstance to happen for you. It's like it's like it's different. I'm patient with interviewing higher expert, but I'm impatient with not acting on my goal. Most people say, most people have this myth about, see, here's the thing. I look up to a lot of Bob Proctor, Brian Tracy. They're, successful people or action-oriented, right? They go after their goal, right? And they don't let anything stop them. And yet, there's people who I deal with say, no, you have to wait for the magical moment, for the circumstance to arrange itself to come to you. But what happens if your whole life you've been like most people are always waiting for something to help them instead of going after their dream? My message is go after your dream while you're at it. You're going to be here for a very short time. Might as well live a good life. Might as well create a story that you can tell to other people. I mean, I get to tell my story now. Like I interview Wing Chun Kung Fu Master, right? Like, I'm getting close, man. I'm getting close to Ip Man limit. Or Bruce Lee. I mean, I interview a Kung Fu Master who father-in-law is trained with Bruce Lee, but also Ron Balicki. He have celebrity endorsement with Stephen Go and other martial artists that I used to watch it. This was pretty fun. And anyway, the thing is why I tell you this is I couldn't be able to think back then when I didn't do those things. Like I didn't know how to do interview. That was the skills that I had learned. And I didn't have the ability to be able to listen to people and not talk, right? Anyway, remember, the future is created by your mind focus on today, and you can achieve those goals by visualizing that you can become successful, by seeing it, feeling it, as Renee said. You gotta feel it, you gotta write it down, you gotta embody it, experience it in your mind, and you can go anywhere. Alright? And subscribe to my channel, like my video, because I do book reviews, interview with amazing people. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.